Welcome guys to Ramba Academy, where we learn about programming and some cool things. In today's video, we're going to be talking more about Vim and getting a little bit more comfortable with some movements which are available in Vim. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and to hit the like button. And as always, follow me on my social medias. Now let's jump right on my computer and see what we're working on today. So as always, the commands which I'm going to do in this tutorial are going to be found in the link down below, and the code which I use for this as well is going to be found in the link down below. So let's go and open up this file. It's called code.py. So vim code.py. I also will be making a Java version and a C version. So if you are more comfortable in those type of programming languages, you can also do this in those type of versions. So let's open this up. This Python file kind of looks a little bit ugly, and there's not really any colors to be able to distinguish different parts of the code. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn on syntax highlighting to make it a little bit easier for us to see and to see what we're doing. So let's go syntax on the bottom left screen, and then it's going to make the whole entire screen a little bit more colorful. So from the last video, we would have learned that we use the Vim navigation keys, which are H, J, K, and L, to move around the file. Now, if you want to move words over, there is more efficient and more effective ways to do that. And the first way to do that is using the W command. So if you use W, it's just going to skip a whole entire word and go to the start of the next beginning word. So right now I'm on everyone. I'm going to skip everyone and go to I. To go comma. And then I'm going to go to I, I'm going to go to would, and we go like. Now let's say that you want to go back in the opposite direction. I want to go back. Well, that's achieved through the B command, which is B for back. So B to go back. Now there are special cases where you might have a chunk of code and there's going to be like characters, and you might want to skip to the next white space. For example, if I press W on everyone, it's going to jump onto the comma. But if I just want to skip the comma straight away and go to the next white space, what I can do is I can press Shift and W. And that's going to jump everyone, the comma, the white space, and go to the next word. Now the exact same concept also applies using B as well. So I can press Shift B, and it's going to jump that comma and go back to the start of the beginning word. Now let's say that in some situations you don't want to jump to the next word. You want to jump to the end of the word. Well, end starts with E, so we can change the end of the word using the command E. So we'll press E, we'll jump to the end of the word. E again, jump to the end of the word. Now, when you are editing text, you can actually find specific characters in the text which you're looking for. So for example, right now I am on the very first line, and if I want to jump straight to the capital R, there's a specific way to do that. So there's two methods which I want to show you on how to do that. So the first method is using the find command, and the second command is using the to command. So to activate the find command is that we're going to press F on our keyboard, followed by the character or the letter which we want to find. So if you want to find the capital R, we're going to press capital R. It's going to jump straight to that capital R. Now let's go back to the line. Let's say to show you once again. So let's say if I want to jump to this capital A, I'll press F, then capital A, and so jumping straight to that capital letter. So that's the very first way of jumping to a specific character, which is using the find command. So as you see, the find command goes directly on top of that character which you specify to the command. Now the second way of doing that is using the to command, which is activated by the letter T. So if I press T, it's going to go to that letter. So if I want to jump to R, in this example, I would have to press A, but you'll notice that there is going to be other instances of A in this sentence. So there's going to be the word O, so it's going to jump to that O first, and then we'll have to repeat that command again. So let's go ahead. So I pressed T, now I'm going to press A, and it's going to jump to A. See how it jumps right before the letter A and not on top of A. So that's what the key difference between the find and the to command is. find would jump right on top of the word, and to would go a space before the word. Now you might be wondering, how do I repeat this search again? Because I mean, you don't want to, realistically speaking, you don't want to be typing T all the time while you're editing your text. So the way you can do that is you can use the column command, and that's just going to repeat the last search you did. So if I do column, it's going to repeat that search and jump to the next instance of A, which is in front of the capital letter R. So that's the find command, and that's the to command. So now what I want to do is I want to show you some use cases on where these commands can actually be useful, and how we can actually start to combine these commands with previous commands we learned in the last video to create more powerful commands and do some common editing tasks a lot simpler. So for example, I have this file and I want to print out what the area of the triangle is, but I don't want to be holding L and going to the end of the line. What I could do is go and press F and then press the quotation marks to jump to the first set of quotation mark, and then press colon to repeat the command again, press A to append, and then type in area triangle. If I could spell. See, this is a lot more efficient and more effective than holding L, waiting all the way until I get to the end, and then type in what I need to do. So the find command can actually save you a lot of typing. Alright, let's see if we can do the exact same thing with the to command. So for right here, we're going to add the name of the person. So what I can do is I can see that in this sentence, I want to add the name at the end of this command. So what I can do is I can press T, and then I can press the right curve bracket. Oops. And that's going to jump one space before that right angle bracket. I'm going to press A to append and type in name. So that is some cool, or some little bit of use cases on where you can use these commands. Obviously, it comes with experience to know exactly when to use those commands, and with you knowing a bigger palette of commands. So as promised, I'm going to show you how to combine the find and the to command with some commands we've learned previously. So the two commands we can mainly combine these commands with is the delete and the yank command from the last video. So what I could do is actually delete to a specific character, or delete while you find a character. For example, let's take this line and I want to delete to A, right? So I can say delete F to find, and then press A, and it's going to delete to that character. If I want to repeat that again, I can press period to repeat that motion again. Now, that's a little bit of a difference, because typically I told you to press semicolon to repeat a search. But if you want to repeat a command which includes a search, you have to press period. So press column just to repeat the search by itself, but period to repeat the whole entire command. For example, I press period before and I deleted to the next A, but if I press semicolon, it's going to jump to the next set of A. As you can see, if I press semicolon again, it's going to jump to A again. So that's just a little FYI for you. So for example, for here, if I press period, it's going to repeat that last edit with that last find. So let me undo that. And as always, you can do the exact same thing with the to command. Let's say that I want to copy what's inside this brackets. I could do that. So I can say yank to quotation mark, and then let's open a new line and press P to paste. And you see, I get the exact same thing which is inside of here. Now this can save you quite a bit of keystrokes when you're editing a file which is thousands and thousands of lines. That concludes the video, and that's it. But before I go, I want to show you something which I haven't really showed you in the last video, which is the help menu. So Vim has a help menu which is very, very extensive, and it's very helpful. And you guys as programmers and users of Vim, you should be getting used to looking things up in the help menu. So your first instinct should not be going to go in Google, but to actually look in the help menu. So let me show you how to activate it and how to use it. So what you press is you can press colon and then press help with no arguments, and that's just going to open up the generic help menu, and it's going to have your pretty much just getting you started with Vim and trying to get used to Vim, as you can see. Or if you want to look for a specific thing, for example, saving, I'm going to type in help and the thing I'm looking for, which is save, and it's going to show me the help menu entries which are associated with that keyword, which is save. So that's all which I wanted to show you, and as always, stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.